What are their thoughts and feelings for you? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Mia Moksha, here on Mostly in the Moment for another Love Pick a Card reading. We're looking at their thoughts and their feelings and what they even think that your thoughts and feelings about them are. We have 4 piles here. We choose the color that resonates with you at this moment, not your favorite color or what you think the color of the energy of your connection is, just what you're drawn to, just intuitively, your gut feeling. Or you can choose a crystal or the number that resonates with you. And the timestamps are below, along with the descriptions of these colors and crystals. This is a timeless reading, so it should resonate no matter what your status in love is, whether you're in a relationship, single, dating, little to no communication, or anything in between. So with that, I hope you enjoy the reading, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 1, with a glowing ember orange and the carnelian crystal. We're looking at their thoughts and feelings for you. Let's start with their thoughts. What are their thoughts of you? Moving on. Someone is unavailable, a waste of time, it's over. And 8 of Wands in reverse. So I feel like, okay, either you ghosted this person or they ghosted you. They either think that you are done with them and you don't want anything to do with them anymore, and that like you're kind of over this and you want to move on. If you're giving them the silent treatment, that's what they're thinking. They're thinking, pile 1 thinks I'm a waste of time, I'm not good enough for them, and they're sick of me, and they don't want to give this another shot, and they're moving on, and I'm probably not going to hear from them, or I haven't been hearing from them, so like this was what they must think of me. For others of you, this is someone who's like, if this is someone ghosting you, they are in the energy of, I don't know if I have time to deal with everything that this situation is presenting me at this time. So they're a little bit cowardice, if that's the case, in that they feel a connection, but they're not willing to deal with people's real issues and problems that everyone has. Either they're on the spectrum that they're immature and they don't understand that everyone has things they come with, and that you have to kind of unpack it and kind of learn not just people's best side, but their darkest and most like shadow self, their shadow side. And and to be fair, this person could be mature and they like see what's going on with you, and maybe it's not their cup of tea, and that's totally fine. That means nothing's wrong with you, just that you might not be what they feel is the best fit for them. And for others of you, they are someone who knows who they are and what they want, and they might see you as someone who doesn't really know exactly who they are or what they want in a connection yet. And I feel like this person has already been in a connection before, a romantic connection before, where they were helping someone figure out who they are and what they want out of a connection, and they're like, I'm not going to do that again, which is totally fair. And this could also be vice versa, so you could be feeling those energies from this person instead. The way I do tarot readings, if you're new here, is I try to cover as many situations of every person that kind of comes to this pile as possible, because that's just the way I work. Spirit and I have this understanding. We kind of cover all our bases. All right, so how does this person feel about you? How does this person feel about you? Romanticism. So I do feel like this person did feel really romantic towards you, really felt that energy of there's something here. The time we spent together, the conversations we had, the time we held each other and like touched were really special. It was really something. But depending on how mature or immature that your person is, they either know what they want and aren't gonna put their time and energy into a connection where they know like both of you don't want the same things, or don't have the same like long-term goals, or don't click in some ways, in the ways that they want, or they are someone who is immature and doesn't know how to go about cultivating a really harmonious relationship, and may not be understanding to people's faults. No one's perfect, and they might be projecting a lot of their desire to be perfect onto you and the connection. 3 of Rings, group date. I feel like this person is still willing to be friends, or still like wants to be friends, even though they feel like you might not want them, or they might not want you romantically. They do see you two kind of getting along enough that you would be a really good friend. They're also feeling like, oh, what if we just left it at friendship and I didn't mess it up? Like, this would have been like a really good friendship. Why did I do that? They might be thinking it might be too late to go back to friendship if for some of them, they feel like it's too late to go back to friendship. And for others, they really do feel like the friendship is so real. The two of you get along in other ways, other than romantic and love, that it would be a great asset to both of you to stay in touch. For the ones that are immature, it's kind of like they didn't know how to keep up the really, really high vibe, like romantic energy. And so they kind of want to go back to just being friends and being friendly. That's all they know. For those of you that are with someone who is more mature, they do feel like you're someone that they want to keep in touch with. And for others of you, if this is someone new coming in, it feels like this person just left someone that they felt like was the connection was kind of a waste of time, because they already knew what they wanted and they were kind of holding on to the connection, or the person was, for too long. And then so they're coming into this connection as like, oh, I want to date you, but I just got out of something that was kind of holding me back and I'm not really there yet. Or they see that you have just gotten out of something like that, and so they're like, oh, like they want to be more romantic with you, but they feel like they're going too fast for you. So they're like, oh, let's hang out with like, friends or whatever, your friends, my friends, or in groups, and just hang out more that way, so it's not like too soon for you. All right, that's just so many different situations we hit on, but that's all the different kinds of backgrounds and people that are coming to this pile. So let's go into your thoughts and feelings, and then what they think your thoughts and feelings are. Tree, let them go. Yeah, it could be you. It could be you that like, oh yeah, I kind of want to let them go. It for a lot of you, it was like your decision to kind of cut them off. The Star card in reverse. You have big dreams in terms of love, and this person just wasn't cutting it. And I feel like you're like, oh, that's too bad. I feel like we got along pretty well, or this was so close. But it feels like you have big dreams and big goals in terms of romantic love relationships. Maybe you have some sort of kind of general timeline, or kind of lifestyle you want to live in terms of romantic love, goals you want to reach with a partner. And yeah, I feel like you're like, yeah, this person, I don't know if they're gonna actually go through with it or just waste my time, or it seems like they're not the same place as me. Okay, and what do they think you think and feel about them? Beginnings. And the Lovers in reverse, yeah. They definitely feel like you're about to meet the one, or you're about to kind of come into a really harmonious relationship, that you're ready for it, and so you're gonna get it. Yeah, for most of you, I feel like that your person realizes that you might have felt like you were kind of wasting too much time on them, and they weren't kind of moving anywhere, and they might have been trying to hold on to you. They might have been trying to pursue you in like a not obvious way. They might have been trying to be your friend and subtly get you to like them that way. Or they might have kept kind of backing out of the romantic part of the connection, or not stepping up in that way. For others of you, like they were trying to read your energy, and to be fair, they weren't reading it wrong. Like you kind of got the feeling that this might not be the one, even though that it was pretty close, or it kind of seemed like there could have been something really special here. I feel like you're such a dreamer, and you have such big hopes and dreams and goals in terms of your love life, that you're okay to pass on this. And I feel like they even know. They're like, wow, pile one is so ready for like the most romantic love relationship of their life. I would not be surprised if the next person they meet, or the next person they have a relationship with, they get into a really deep romantic love connection with. All right, and so like a bonus message for this pile, we're going to answer what they would like to say to you. So if they were to say something to you right now, what would they say? We will be together again in reverse. They hope that you two will be together again, but they kind of have a feeling it's like more one-sided. Okay. Balance. There needs to be a healthy balance of physical and emotional and spiritual intimacy for a relationship to be sustainable. I got that feeling, because it's like they're going back and forth between being romantic and then just being friends, and it seems like they don't know how to like communicate really well. So it does feel like and they're kind of like so easily give up, or really don't know how to put in the energy and effort to kind of show you that they're really into this, and they don't even really know if they're really into this. They don't really know, like for most of you, it's them that doesn't know who they are or what they want from a relationship, and you do. And so they really didn't have a good balance that they were providing this connection, and you kind of picked up on that, and you were ready to move on. It's like you might have given this a shot. You might have given this a lot of chances, and it's kind of like, no, it's time to move forward. And the Judgment card, the deep unknown, and it came out in reverse. So I do feel like they're kind of still mystified by you, and still kind of are curious as to what would unfold if they were to continue a romantic relationship with you. But it feels like for you, you already know. You're like, I know how this is going to turn out. Like, I don't need to be like a psychic to read this energy. Like, I know how this connection would go if I stayed in this connection. And you're not going to no longer keep yourself stuck, or keep yourself bogged down and limiting yourself to what you know you deserve in life, especially when it comes to love. And so it seems like that's what you're doing. And Spirit's message for you, woman dealing or relationship with a woman, and Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. Yeah, it's interesting because this specific deck has 3 lovers card. It's like 2 women, 2 men, and a man and a woman. And so when that energy came out, I'm like, oh, I feel like you're gonna be spending time with like a good friend. If you're a female, like I feel like you're gonna have like a and straight, I feel like you're gonna spend time with like a platonic friend more so, like very, very intimate, like, you know, like hugs and sleeping in the same bed and making sure you're not dying when you're crying over a heartbreak kind of friend, you know. If you're a dude, kind of like the same thing. But also if you're a guy, like, yeah, it does seem like you're gonna bring in someone in romantically for you immediately as well. But I feel like platonic, you are gonna call in a platonic soulmate friend first, this pile, to get your energies back up in order to call in a really high level soulmate again. All right, pile 1. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you resonated with it, or if you like this reading, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 2, with a blush pink rose color and the Herkimer diamond crystal. We're looking at their thoughts and feelings for you. So let's start with their thoughts. What are they thinking about you? Commitment. Wow. Things are getting serious, okay? So either this connection is getting more serious, or it's about to and they're thinking about it, or if you two are already kind of dating or in connection, they're thinking about leveling up the connection somehow or showing their deep commitment to you in a grand way. And if you're single, it seems like whoever is coming into your life, they are looking for something serious and it's going to be known right off the bat. Okay, so their thoughts. Yeah, okay. Don't know how to go about it yet though. Okay, so I'm getting this energy that they do want like a more serious commitment, or they want something more serious, but it seems like they don't really know how to go about it just yet. So if you're single and someone coming in, it's like this is what they want at this time, but they don't know if they're gonna find you, if they're gonna find anyone. They're just kind of like, I just discovered this, I don't know how to go about it yet. And same if you're dating or in a connection with this person, where they want to level up, but they just found out about this, or they just came to this conclusion and they don't really know how to go about it just yet. They're kind of lost, but because it's so new and such a recent idea that they kind of put together, and they're like, how do I do this now? Like, now that I know this, like, do I have to go get a ring, or should I give them a key in a box, or should I look for a location for a vacation? Like, what should I do? So yeah, they just figured it out, and now they're overwhelmed with the idea of, how do I go about this though? Okay, and so what are their feelings for you? Wrath, but it came out in reverse. Okay, I do feel like this person feels like they need to kind of wife you or make you their partner, get you to be their husband, like before someone else comes along and sweeps you off your feet, or thinks they even have a chance with you. They're not necessarily a jealous person, but they are with you. I feel like they've never felt this before. Like, before, it was kind of like, maybe they were with people that they weren't really jealous of, because they didn't know if they wanted to really be with that person, or they weren't completely in love with that person, or maybe either that they didn't care enough for that person, or you already knew that that wasn't going to be the one, or there's someone who was really like good looking, or really accomplished, so they got attention all the time, so they got used to it. But like I feel like they never really got so protective and jealous of someone before you. Wow. Drama. Seven of Roses, Seven of Wands. Yeah, I do feel like if you can tell that they're being a little bit like weird, a little bit more possessive, a little bit more like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, who are you seeing this weekend? Or oh, I thought we were gonna hang out this weekend, and being a little bit more upset or angry or sad around you. It's because I feel like they're trying to win you over, and they don't really know how to do it yet, or they don't know how to like take this up a notch, level up this commitment. And so they're kind of taking that frustration out on you, not intentionally, accidentally for sure, and not in a creepy, possessive way, but in a kind of like, I want more in this connection, but I don't know how to go about it just yet. And it's like a recent thing, or if you come into this connection, it's going to be like really obvious that this is the case, like somewhat soon into dating. But yeah, I feel like they want to take action sooner rather than later, and they don't know how to go about it. But I do feel a little bit of jealousy. So if there's other people around, or if like, even being jealous of people around them who are in a higher level of commitment than them, or have the things that they want with you, they might be even jealous of that. So if they're being a little dramatic, or if they're being a little kind of frustrated that like you two aren't able to kind of hang out, if you kind of missed a date, or like a time that you two were going to hang out or catch up on the phone, or see each other, and like they're getting kind of frustrated, that's why. Okay. So what do they think that you feel and think about them, and what do you actually feel and think? This is a good way to check if this is your pile or not. How you actually feel and think about them. Feast, slow down and celebrate yourself. Yeah, I do feel like you like this connection as well, and you're not in a rush. You're enjoying each day. You kind of like how things are in your life. I'm getting that like you're spending some time with your friends, spending a lot of time with your work and other personal goals, and you're really, really happy with the kind of balance you have in your life that you've achieved, and like you're really, really happy with how you're keeping this romantic relationship balanced with everything else too. Knowing that eventually you'll give more time and focus to this relationship. Right now you kind of really like how everything is, and I feel like you're like, yeah, I'm happy, I'm handling things really well, everything's going great, like there's no rush for me right now, everything is like happening as it should. Three of Wands in reverse. Interesting. Like they have the Two of Wands here. Yeah, you feel like, oh, things are going the right way. Everything's awesome, but it's obviously not how they're feeling. I feel like they definitely feel like they want to move this connection forward into commitment. And you're like, everything's happening exactly how it's supposed to. You feel good about the connection, and you like how the direction it's going in, but I feel like you're the only one who kind of, in this connection, feels like things are happening as they should. Yeah, that's where you get the friction of energy here. That's why you feel they're being a little bit romantic, or you might feel a little bit of frustration from their side. All right, so how do they think you feel and think about this connection? What do they think you think and feel? Do nothing. They're like, they're not doing anything. What is up with them? Like, why aren't they like wanting to kind of push this connection forward too? Like, why does it feel like I'm the only one who's doing all this work? I think they're slowly figuring out that they're the ones who are pushing for this connection to move forward, and that you're really happy and content at where it is right now. The Lovers card in reverse. Oh, that's so funny. There's 3 Lovers cards in this specific deck, and one was pulled in pile 1. That's crazy. Oh, wow. Okay. So they do feel like you are happy with them, and you do want to be with them, and you choose to be with them, but they feel like this is enough for you and this is all you want, and I feel like that's not the fact. That's not the truth. Like I feel like in previous connections, maybe you kind of went a little bit too quickly, or you kind of learned your lesson that way, or you didn't keep your life in balance too much, or you kind of know what the direction of this connection is going. You're very intuitive, and you kind of know that, like, oh, this is eventually going to end in a really beautiful commitment. So you kind of want to take your time. So the good thing here is that this is a really good connection. Both of you are really feeling like this is like something very special. But it seems like they're a little bit more anxious to kind of move things forward, but you're living your best life right now, and you don't have any reason to move this forward quick, like more faster than it needs to. You feel like everything is moving pretty quickly anyway, or in a good direction in the appropriate amount of time. They also kind of feel like that you might feel like that you don't have to put in that much energy and effort, and they feel like everything is falling on them. So I would definitely pay attention to that or address it somehow if you feel that's the case for you. And just, this is a situation of having an open conversation about, like, how much energy and effort you feel like you want to put in at this time, and how much they're putting in, and how you don't want to make them feel like they're doing everything and that they're the only ones who cares, and that you do want something deeper and like more serious, but give them like a general timeline, or that you don't know or that you do know, and hear them out, and just kind of that conversation I feel like needs to be had. Otherwise they're going to continue being like frustrated, and it could go in a really ugly direction if it's not nipped in the bud. All right, so bonus message for this pile. We're going to answer the question of what would they like to say to you if they were to say something to you right now. You don't know how hard it was to let you go, and I got it in reverse, so I'm getting this energy of like you don't know how hard it was to kind of get you. So I do feel like they put in a lot of energy and effort to pursue this connection and make it happen, plan the dates, be responsible, have fun, always be on their game, move their schedule around to be with you. They put in a lot of energy and effort to be with you, and so I feel like they're saying, like, I don't know if you know, like, how much energy and effort I put in, like, because they feel like you're doing nothing, right, or like very little, and so they're kind of frustrated, and they're like, I really like you, and it seems like you really like me, so why am I the one doing the work, and why am I the only one who feels like I want to move the connection forward? So that's the kind of energy I'm getting from them. They just really want to be acknowledged, and they really want to kind of want their energy reciprocated. If not reciprocated, at least acknowledged, and at least they want to know what's going on, because it's frustrating them. Okay, put yourself first. Loving yourself makes you more romantically attractive. Yeah. They understand that you having this really easy breezy kind of enjoying life, celebrating all your wins right now, like really feeling like you're living your best life is making you look more attractive. So that's why they also feel more frustrated because of that, because they feel like they're the ones always consistently pursuing you, or making sure that they're always on your good side, in your favor, and making sure this connection is good. Like they feel like they're taking on all this extra work in the relationship because you have a more carefree energy right now. And I feel like this needs to be part of the conversation where it's just like, yeah, maybe do less, and or like kind of, both of you kind of have to figure out like something that works for the two of you, because it feels like they want to go hard in this connection, and it feels like you might want to eventually, but you're kind of good where things are right now. And last card, 3 of Snow. That's the 3 of Swords in reversed. Locked in ice. Okay, yeah, so I do feel like The good thing is there isn't any devastating energy in this connection. It seems like both of you really, really like each other, and that's very, very obvious to the both of you. It's just a matter of conversation and getting on the same page, it seems like. And let's see if Spirit has a message for you. Desk, pay attention to your work. Yeah, I think you're doing the right thing. I think maybe you've had experiences in the past where you were doing really good with something in your life, a project, a career, or your health or something, and something came in and messed it up for you when you were made so much progress, when you put so much energy and effort into it, and you're not going to let that happen again. So this is just part of that, like letting them in on why you're kind of taking your time right now. I think they'd really need some sort of understanding from your end, and pay all time to get out of a situation. Yeah, Spirit's definitely like, yeah, it's better you deal with this sooner rather than later. If you suspect this might be going on, it might be better that you start the dialogue, because it seems like they're dealing with this issue in the way that they know how. They think the issue is something completely different than what it is. Like, they think the issue might be that you don't want commitment, that they're not putting enough energy and effort, that you don't want to put in energy and effort, and that's not the case. It's like they feel like they're coming off like the jealous one, and that one that's like always trying to get you to stay in the relationship or something, or something like that. And that's not the case at all. So pile 2, I hope this was very clarifying for you. I hope it resonated and and you liked the reading. If you did, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 3, with a summer sheen yellow and a citrine crystal. We're looking at their thoughts and feelings for you. So let's get started with their thoughts of you right now. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Moon card. Okay, so they're very strongly thinking about what you're thinking about. So it seems like they're curious about what's on your mind. They might be even looking at tarot readings about you and to see what you're thinking about. They might be looking at your social media pages. They might be interested in what other people might be saying about you, or in conversations they overhear, or I feel like you're very strongly on their mind, and they're kind of analyzing everything, and they need more information about what's going on with you, and they're very curious about what you're interested in, and what you like to spend your time doing. I feel like this person, either they don't know you too well yet, and so they're always thinking about what you might be thinking about, or this person hasn't really talked to you for a little bit, and they're very, very curious as to what's going on with you and what you're doing day to day, what you're spending your time thinking about, all that. Oh, wow. All right, so what about their feelings? How are they feeling about you? Leaving. Oh, yeah. So I do feel like they have a feeling that you might be either like leaving a relationship, or like leaving the area, or leaving that job, or something, like leaving something. And so they're very curious, like maybe you're thinking about moving, and they're like, oh, well, I wonder where pile 3 is going to be moving, or getting a different job. It's like, oh, I wonder what pile 3's next move is, or getting a relationship, like, oh, I wonder why they broke up, or like why these two aren't friends anymore, or why pile 3 is not going to that class anymore, or not not going on that vacation anymore, or not like talking to me anymore. Like there's something about like why you left or why you're leaving that they're very, very curious about. So they must know something about you, but they don't know the whole story, and so they're very, very curious. 17, cocktail party. Interesting. Okay, so that's the star card. So we have the moon card and the star card. So I do feel like this is a very great opportunity for you, or it's a great opportunity for them. So okay, so I'm getting, all right, so either if you left a situation, like if you left a relationship or something, like in pile 3, like your person is like, oh, I've been waiting, you know, I wonder what happened, like I wonder if like this is great for me, like yes, I can finally take my shot at pile 3 for love. Or you pile 3 are getting a really amazing opportunity in career or moving somewhere or something along those lines, and so that's why you're like leaving, and so they're very curious as to like where you might be going, what you might be doing. So this person is depending on your situation and your connection with this person, they're thinking about you a lot and like very, very curious as to what might be next for you. All right, so let's see what they think you think and feel about them. But let's start with how you actually think and feel about them. This is a good way to confirm if this pile is for you. Raindrops. Take a chance on them. Ooh, oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting 2 different groups in this pile. One is that you just left a relationship and you're kind of still kind of going through that weird grieving and kind of getting over them, or you know, doing your own thing for a little bit energy, but this person comes along and you're like, yeah, definitely seems like the person I would give like go on a date with, give a chance. Or maybe this is someone that was waiting in the wings, like an old friend or someone you used to go out with, or someone that like where you both liked each other but nothing really got off the ground because of something, you know. So it does feel like if that's the case and this is someone you just got out of a relationship, it seems like, yeah, you're kind of like, oh yeah, you know what, I would give this person a chance. Let's see, but in the other situation, let's see, King of Wands in reverse, is that you have this amazing opportunity and it's like you kind of have to take it sooner rather than later. So this could be, it's like a good long-term opportunity. So somewhere that you might stay for a long time. So a new job opportunity, a career opportunity that you might be in for a while, or a good like location, place you want to move to, or just situation, experience. Yeah, something that you might be involved in for a long time and see good potential in, at least, to be involved in for a long time. And it's kind of like, yeah, you're definitely going to take this chance. There's no better time than now. And so that's why I'm getting this feeling of like you might be a little bit sad because like it's bittersweet. Like, oh, you're going to leave maybe your current situation, or you might not see your friends and family for a little bit, or you might not, you might like the place you worked at, or like the people there, or liked your neighbors or something, or you know, you liked how you curated your home or something. So you're like a little bit sad to go, but you're like, this is worth taking a shot on. Wow. Okay, so what do they think you feel and think about them? Take the lead. Okay, in reverse. Yeah, it seems like even though you might be interested in them, like you're not gonna make the first move. At least to them, that's how it comes off to them. It feels like you have other things going on. Like, for example, if you just got out of a relationship, you're obviously not going to be, like, you know, pursuing someone right off the bat. Or if you feel like, yeah, you kind of want to date, but you don't know if you're ready or if it's, like, appropriate or something, like, you're not going to take the first step. And also, if you have this big opportunity coming through, like, you might be thinking, oh, yeah, realistically, it probably isn't the best time to start a new connection. So they obviously feel like even though there might be something here or potentially something here, you're not going to be the one who takes the first step. You're not going to be the one who makes the first move, and reasonably so. And Queen of Swords. Yeah, I do feel like with the Queen of Swords under this King of Wands, that you do see potential in this connection. And you might even have said something along those lines to this person, or you might even say this to them soon. But you have to put your foot down and do what you feel like is the right thing to do, whether it is pursuing this connection, if it feels right, like, you know, listen to your heart, or if it's like not let anything distract you while this big opportunity is right in front of you. You know, telling them the truth, whatever it is, like, hey, I don't have time to date right now, or, you know, I can revisit this in a few months or in six months or something, but right now I just can't. Or, hey, to tell you the truth, like, I just got a relationship, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to date or not yet, but I will be willing to talk to you or message you if you want, to start with that, if that's okay with you. Like, you know, like, there's something about you communicating the truth to them. Okay, and a bonus message for this beautiful pile. We're going to answer the question of what would they like to say to you if they were right here in front of you right now. I want to tell you how I feel. It came out in reverse. I feel like they want to tell you that I feel like they want to tell you enough. They might not want to tell you exactly how they feel, but they might want to tell you something. They might want to ask you out. They might want to ask for your number. They might want to ask if they can, you know, message you or talk to you sometime. I don't see them completely saying everything about how they feel about you, because it feels kind of loaded. It feels like this person has been waiting, or they're, you know, they really like you a lot, but they're not gonna, like, obviously admit that right off the bat. But I do feel like they want to tell you at least enough to kind of get you to continue talking with them, no matter what is going on in your life. Okay, what else? Make the effort. The love is worth taking risks. You are called to move forward. Yeah. So I do feel like they feel courageous enough, and they feel so strongly that there's something here, and it's worth finding out for sure. That they might tell you exactly that, like, you know, hey, like, I think there could be something here, and I feel like it's worth giving it a shot. And even if, whether you're ready or not ready, or you're moving away, or, you know, whatever the situation is, like, I think at the least we can kind of just talk to each other and, you know, give space and time if you need that, but, like, at least find out for ourselves. Like, I think we're worth that. And I feel like they also say that to you in order to give you the courage to give this a chance and to not, like, let it disappear, because I feel like you have so many things going on in your own mind and in your own physical life, that they're telling you, hey, this could be something really special. It might be worth it for you to just give it a little bit of energy, not all of it, not asking for you to give up everything, just a little bit of energy, because it might be worth something in the future. And I think that really resonates with you and hits home, because you know it too. You feel it too, that there might be something here, and it's worth, like, giving it a little something and not completely cutting it off, until you have the time, energy, and space to kind of figure it out. And like, for a small percentage of, like, for a few of you, like, this is something that you feel like if you just got out of a relationship and you're kind of wondering, it's been enough time, you're kind of like, is this enough time, is it not? This is a confirmation when they say this to you that, like, yeah, like, I think I am ready. Like, I feel ready. Like, I needed this to prompt me in order to figure out, am I ready or not? Okay, second to last card. Page of Snow, Page of Swords emerge. Yeah, I feel like this is universe's way of getting you kind of thinking about love. So whether it's with this person or not, like this person allows you to kind of open yourself up to love again, a romantic love situation again. Yeah, so I do feel like this is a situation where it's like a new connection coming in, or like an old connection coming back, or something that was like little to no communication, or a situation where like someone had a crush on someone for a long time, or things were just like didn't line up at the same time. Okay, and then lastly, let's see if the best spirit has a message for you. Carriage, a journey either physically or mental. Yeah, see, you have so much going on. I feel like both, like in your physical life and mentally. Mentally, if you just kind of got out of a relationship, I feel like you have a lot of, or not even just got out of a relationship, but maybe dealt with something really difficult, like a death of a loved one, or really big change in your life, and you're kind of like trying to like wrap your head around it. So it's like, oh, you have a lot going on mentally. That's like, you don't really, you can't give your all to a connection right now, or it's not like the best idea. And then secondly, if you do have a huge opportunity that you, like a once in a lifetime opportunity you have to take, a really good opportunity, like you can't give your all to a relationship now either. Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. I feel like you're worried about what other people might think. If you just got out of a relationship, or if you just got out of a really difficult situation, you're worried that this is going to sink you. If things don't go right in this connection, or it's gonna kill you. So you're being really cautious about moving things forward in this connection, or putting your energy anywhere else besides self-love, self-care, or this new opportunity, depending on where you are in your situation and in your life right now. And then you're also worried that, like, if you say no to this person, that they're not going to believe you, that you can't handle more than this huge opportunity at this time. But I'm getting from Spirit, like, don't worry about any of that. If you feel like this is worth it, like, it's worth it. And you don't have to give, like, anything but maybe a few messages here and there, a phone call here and there, once a week, once every 2 weeks, whatever you can handle. I would make that explicitly clear. Because I feel like you worry about what people might think about you. And you worry about, like, can you handle all this? And Spirit's like, yeah, no. If you feel anything that excites you is worth kind of giving it a shot and taking a risk, right? All right. But follow your intuition always. All right, pile threes, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile four. With the Serene green color and the green calcite crystal, we're looking at their thoughts and feelings for you. Let's start with their thoughts. So what are their thoughts for you? Love spell. You've been bewitched. And 3 of Cups. Okay, so they feel kind of in a trance with you. Whenever they're hanging out with you, they feel like they're having like the most fun. They're getting along with you so well. And they can't believe it. I feel like this person is like, they haven't had like a really good connection with other people for a long time, with their old friends, their old coworkers, their family members, or even new friends and new coworkers. Like, I feel like they haven't really felt a strong bond or connection with anyone for a very long time, and then you come along and everything is like so smooth and perfect and going swimmingly, and just they're like, what is with this person? Like, there's some magic about them. they're just so easygoing. They're so fun to hang out with. They're so interesting. I want to spend more time with them. Like, I can't stop thinking about them and thinking about things to tell them and, conversations I want to have with them, experiences, events I want to go to with them. Thinking of ideas together, just even sharing meals together. Yeah, it definitely feels like this person can't stop thinking about you. It's very hypnotic. All right, so let's look at their feelings for you. How do they feel about you? Protection. They do kind of feel like they want to keep, really take care of this connection really well. Yeah, they feel like it's only you could make them feel this way, and they're quite protective over you. They kind of definitely want to make sure that this connection, this friendship is protected. I feel like they feel like there's like some purity, some innocence in your energy, that you're really kind-hearted, that you're really a really loving and giving soul, and they feel the need to protect you and make sure that people don't take advantage of you, and that they treat you well and that they look after you. And I feel like they feel like, oh, I get to like bask in their light, in their glory. Like, the least I can do is make sure that they're safe. I don't know, there's this energy of wanting to protect you for sure. And Page of Roses, the free spirit. Yeah, it feels like you're special. You're definitely special, and not in just their eyes. They feel like a lot of people will probably pick up on the fact that you're really special. You pick up on things that other people don't. Your perceptions of life and people is so particular and unique. You also carry this really free, loving energy. Free spirit energy of just carrying good vibes wherever you go. You're very confident, maybe a little shy, but you're very extroverted if you want to be. You're very charming. Yeah, Page of Roses, Page of Wands. They're really excited to hang out with you. I feel like this is something new. This is something new and exciting. And they're really captivated by you. And we see like a rooster here, and then the Page of Roses I'm getting, they're very turned on by you too. But it's like it's not like inappropriate, like let me have you in bed right now kind of turn on. It's just kind of like your energy, your aura, like they're just kind of getting into liking you. It feels like sometimes, you know how sometimes people say like they're just in love with love? I feel like they're just entranced by you. They're so enchanted by you that the way that you're making them feel just like mystical and magical and enchanted is getting them a little bit more excited to hang out with you. And that can lead to a little bit of them getting turned on, but it's more than that. They're more turned on by your energy and your aura and the way you are, the way you behave and live life. You might not think so. You might think like, oh, I'm not someone special. Like, how am I like acting differently than other people? But no, you really do. You act according to what makes you feel good, what aligns with your own heart, what you feel like is the right thing to do. And it really, really shows with this person. All right, so let's look at what they think you think and feel about them. But let's start with what you actually think and feel about them. And this is a good way to confirm if this pile is for you. Thorns. Weave the crown you deserve. Yeah, I do feel like you're someone who's like, I don't take anything less than what I deserve. I'm getting for some of you, you've finally come into this energy or finally come back to this energy where you're like, yeah, I'm not going to take anything that I don't deserve. It has to be at my level or higher. I'm not going to waste my time with anyone that isn't serving me for my highest best good. And the World card, wow, in reverse. I feel like for most of you, you've gone through a major transformation. You closed out a huge cycle in your life, and the one coming in is very exciting. I feel like you're enchanting a lot of people, and it's just because you're in your true authentic energy. You're more comfortable as yourself. You're very unique. You're listening to your heart. You're being guided by your heart. And it feels like you're ready to take on the world, you know? I feel like this person might have a more big crush on you than you them. Yeah, I feel like you're not really paying attention to this person too much. But they are giving you a lot of attention. This is someone who has a really big crush on you. All right, so how do they think you think and feel about them? Patience in reverse. So they think that you have no patience for them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think you might like them if you gave them a chance, but right now you're so focused on yourself and not really focused on other people. Or if someone just kind of gives you like a tiny bit of an inkling of a feeling that they might not be right for you, you don't even give them a chance, or you're not even looking their way. But your person, at least, Pile 4, they're like, I just have to be patient and they'll come around. I just have to play the long game. I can make this work. I can make them see that they like me too, and they just have to give me a chance. And 10. Oh wow, is this 10? Yeah, it's 10. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Yeah, luck is on both of your sides. I feel like both of you are in a really lucky energy. I do feel like there's good energy here. I just feel like you just are not noticing them as much, or not giving them as much attention or focus. I feel like you might think that this person can't give you what you want. I feel like you might have some stereotypes about this connection. They might be really, really good looking, and you might think that they're really egotistical, really into their looks, or spend too much time at the gym and with other romantic interests. I feel like you might have a lot of preconceived notions about them, and so that's kind of making you feel like they're not worthy of your time. It could be someone who's very highly intelligent, so you might think they're like a know-it-all and who will never let you speak, might always look down at you, might spend too much time in their own hobbies and interests. It might be someone who has a really high status, and so they are constantly at work and constantly have people throwing themselves at them. Someone who's really well known, or someone who seems too good to be true. And so I feel like a ton of like red flags are coming up for you. It's not even red flags, it's just like your antennas going up, and you're like, I'm not gonna even bother with this person, because like it seems like they wouldn't have too much time for me. They're too much into their ego. They have people around them all the time. Like they're definitely not going to be the person I hope they would be. But it seems like luck is on both of your sides, and it does seem like this person is probably someone you will like a lot. Power 4, surprisingly. All right, let's go into our bonus message for you, beautiful Power 4. Let's answer the question of what they would like to say to you if they're right in front of you at this time. I feel you even though we are apart. Yeah, so I do feel like even though you're keeping your distance, or you're not really giving them too much attention, or you're not really looking their way, that they feel a strong connection to you. They feel an actual like energetic spiritual bond with you. And I feel like that's like really interesting, because usually I feel like you might think you're the more intuitive one, but this person is picking up on something that you might not be picking up on initially. And I think it's just because you've closed out a huge cycle and you've entered a new one, that you're so much more focused on just kind of getting the lay of land, of this new kind of world, new kind of cycle that you've entered. Let's see, what else? Magnetic connection. Yes, see, I definitely mentioned that. There's a very strong pull and intensity that draws you to this person. Yeah, they are really, really drawn to you. And so I feel like you might be like, oh, yeah, who's like, I don't know why. I don't know why this person would be drawn to me, but you know what? I'm doing my own thing right now. I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on things I need to focus on. Like, I feel like you feel their eyes on you, or they pop up in your head a lot, in your thoughts. It's like, oh, that's not me thinking of them. They must be thinking of me. What else? Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles, many paths. I do feel like they feel like there'll be a lot of opportunities for them to kind of take their shot. So they are going to play the long game. They are going to take their time to try to get you to like them and get you to see them and take a shot on them, take a chance on them. They feel like they'll have an ample amount of opportunity. So I do feel this person feels secure because they see you often, or you two are in some sort of situation where you connect or talk a lot or see each other a lot. So they feel like they have a lot of time to kind of get you to see them for who they really are and see the potential of this connection you two have. Oh, interesting. Let's see if Spirit has any messages for you. Keep your life in balance. I think you're doing the right thing. Spirit's definitely saying like you're doing the right thing by not just focusing on one thing, but kind of keeping everything balanced at this time, because you did enter a new cycle. And so pile 4, it seems like you have a really good head on your shoulders. I'm looking at the numbers 414 here. So it really seems like you want to like you have this new foundation, and you want to make sure that you build this house right, lay this foundation right for this new cycle, for this new home. And so you're making sure that is done correctly. So I suppose like not worried about you focusing on other things right now, because this person's focused enough on you that you don't have to really do much, and they will definitely take their chances in the future. That take care enemies that are working against you, and it came out in reverse. I feel like you have nothing to worry about, because I feel like you might have these stereotypes of people who are very intelligent, who are very wealthy, who are very good looking, who have a really high status, who have a lot of power, who are very talented, or very well known, or very this or that and the other thing, right? Very charming, very personable, very whatever. Like seems perfect kind of thing, right? And Spirit wants you to know that in this new cycle, you're going to be attracting a lot of people who are like this, but in your previous cycle, you might have had these stereotypes, and they might be true some of the time or most of the time, but I feel like you've entered a new, like, I'm just going to say it, like 5D world, right? Your 3D to 5D, higher frequency dimension, where the people who are coming and connecting to you now are of that higher frequency energy as well. So just know that, like, the people coming into your life now, opportunities coming into your life now, are not working against you, are not here for a lesson, aren't here for a test. They are genuinely high frequency people, places, and things. Okay, so just for you to keep note of that. The universe wants to say that. So yeah, I hope you resonated with this beautiful energy pile 4. I hope you liked the reading. If you resonated, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.